Winners don't use drugs.
Okay, I promise this is not an anime channel. What's up, everybody? But back at Weeb Nation over here, anyway. But I'm just kidding. Chris, Vinny, Tommy, Brutal. Thank you guys.
Hey,
I'm gonna make us
joining
t-shirt.
me.
Weeb Nation. We belong.
we belong.
Weeb Todd.
I mean, yeah, I know. It seems like it's turning into an anime channel. It's not. I swear. Anyway,
I swear.
but
Swear to me.
Oh wait, I got Trump with a gun. Hold on, never mind. There,
yeah,
better.
Vampire Hunter D from
Hmm.
1985, and boy, does it look 1985.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It took me back, man. 1985.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well, I
just
guess when you
shows the
compare it
age.
to other ones like Ninja Scroll,
Yeah.
you can see the difference. Ninja Scroll was what year again? That was 98, you said?
No, I think it's like
93,
94.
93 or 94.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So this had 10 years, like almost 10 years ahead of it.
93. Yeah.
But yeah, Vinny suggested this. Well, he suggested the second one, but I wanted to see the first one just to see what the fuck was up with this.
Yeah, because
And it was good. I'd say
You
good.
gotta start at the beginning.
Not phenomenal. Good.
Well, what annoyed me about it though was like I haven't seen this since like probably the early 90s, and right off the bat, like when you're getting old and like your memories start playing tricks on you, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, I remember this, but
Yeah.
so that whole movie was just doing that to me because there were parts like where you saw like a weird cut, and then it was like things didn't make sense.
Well, it
You're like,
probably was an edited down version.
Well,
It was let's see. So the version we watched ran an hour 20 minutes. Let me see what it says. If I no, not the series.
Oh wait, there's a Vampire Hunter D series.
Well, it said no series of books.
Oh
no.
the manga, yeah.
I'm looking on IMDb. It says an hour 20 minutes. Did you maybe see like the fucking foreign version? Like did you watch the Japanese version or something?
Yeah, I did see the Japanese version, but I first saw the heavily edited version where we didn't get to see any boobies.
Okay.
On Sci-Fi Channel back in like the 80s, they had like was it Japan Anna Monday or something, and it was like Vampire Hunter D, Robot Carnival, something else, and yeah, then we watched. Then I ended up watching the VHS of the Japanese version, and that didn't have those weird cuts, and it showed the part where later on, when we talk about the story, there was like a kind of a key part that was removed in the version we just saw, and it was like, wait, how did he come back from the what? So
what's up, Bar? How you doing? Yeah, we watched
Hey,
a couple of cuts of the original.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's different cuts of it.
No.
I was just going by what the time was, what the copy we watched, and judging by IMDb, it said it was the right one, hour 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and Chris, to correct you too on the sequel, everything was hand drawn in the sequel.
That wasn't digital?
Nope, it was not digital. They said there was very little to no use of CGI in that film.
No, well, CGI isn't the same as digital animation.
I know, but it
Toon
says
Boom.
that it said they did everything hand drawn, and it listed the other movies too from like that company. But yeah, so
because like for example, The Simpsons is technically hand drawn, but it's digital. Like it's what I mean. Like you can tell when The Simpsons was hand drawn, versus when they started using the Toon Boom.
But I believe it was
early episodes of The Simpsons. You could see,
where everybody's wiggly.
Yeah. Especially on the Tracy Ullman show, where they had the really long, weird, sloped fucking heads.
Yeah, the onion heads. Yeah.
Oh, Bloodlust is the second one, right, Vinny?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one I swear by. That's one of my favorite fucking animes of all time.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you who didn't like this movie.
Yeah.
Or Tommy.
This thing was terrible. This thing gave me a headache, a really bad headache. I still haven't recovered from this.
Tommy Ebert over here.
Best I think I've watched yet. This is terrible. I'd rather go back and watch that Poultrygeist again than watch this.
It's
All right,
terrible.
Tommy, what was worse, this or that movie we watched, Straight to Hell?
I would say this.
Yeah?
I did not like this one at all.
I don't know. I think I'd rather watch this one than Straight to Hell again. Straight to Hell it's this movie where they tried to start a film festival and it failed, so they decided with the money they had to make a movie
Oh,
starring the guy from The
Oh.
Clash. Yeah.
Oh,
yeesh.
yeah, that's pretty good.
But where would you get to see shit like this back in the day, Chris? You had like video stores. Your video stores had this shit.
Yeah, so we had I didn't have a Blockbuster in my town, which, dude, we didn't have a McDonald's until the mid '90s. But
Same.
we had a
here.
mom and
Yeah,
pop.
we didn't get a Blockbuster here till about 1993 or 94, something like that.
Yeah,
Every place was mom and pops.
and I like it that way because we got the obscure shit,
Yep.
and that was where we had the VHX section. They called it Japanimation. It was
Yeah.
like anime wasn't something I heard until much later,
Mhm.
and
That's
Yeah,
the same
they
here.
had-
I always heard it as Japanime. That's what I always
Yep.
heard it as.
yeah, and that's where I got rented the VHS of the Japanese vampire. It was in subtitles, so yeah, like a lot of them were like that, and they had that nice little stick. Like there was a little sticker on the ones that said like "not for kids" or whatever. So
Yeah.
those are the ones that I always wanted to get. And yeah, I grabbed that, and there was something called Robot Carnival, which was also something they showed on the Sci-Fi Channel, but it was heavily edited. So I got to see that, but again, it was in Japanese, so I had to read all of it. And anybody that doesn't speak Japanese that say they prefer subtitles over dubs, dude, seriously, like that annoys me because it's like,
What people
they're-
who prefer subtitles?
yeah, they're like, I prefer the sub over the dub. Well, do
They
you
like
speak
the,
Japanese?
they like the original. Oh,
Yeah, it's like it's all
Yeah.
gibberish. How the hell do you appreciate blah, 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 you know, like
Right.
Well, here's one thing I noticed about a lot of those movies that are not, done like that. They're not dubbed over, and it's just got the little subtitles.
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, most of those Japanese animes and films, and even like their screams are incredibly loud in
Yeah.
every last one of those things.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's like almost deafening. It's like
Especially the girl screams.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like watching a modern DVD version of an old TV show where the sound levels are so out of proportion. They're talking,
yes.
they're whispering, and then a gun blast or music comes on and is blowing your eardrums out.
Oh yeah, that drives me nuts when it's like they're in a movie and they're talking and you can't barely hear what they say. But God help you, if somebody like drops a book on a table, it's like kaboom.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's all dialogue is super quiet, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden an action scene happens, and your windows get blown out of your house.
Right, that drives me nuts.
Well,
Yeah.
I also noticed this too. I noticed that if I'm watching a show on television, like a movie or a show on television, I have to turn that shit up to like volume 18 to 20, right? And then once
Yeah.
the commercial comes on, I'm like blown back like the fucking old those
Back
THX
show?
commercials.
Yeah.
And the fucking I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I always thought this too. Conspiracy theory right here. The cable companies are in cahoots with the battery companies. That's what it is.
Could be.
Yeah.
Well, they do it
Okay.
on Tubi too. You'll notice that there's certain movies or shows that they're not super loud, but when those commercials come on, it's just like the old days. The friggin' TV commercials coming in and blowing you right out
Yeah.
of your chair.
Right.
It's
Yep.
like Jesus.
He's bullshit.
All right,
Yeah.
I get it. By the fucking Ozempic, I get it. Singing a
Yeah.
song, an Ozempic song in my ear at full volume. Jesus.
Right.
I mean, the only
But
type of dialogue that you wind up getting that's really loud is if they have a sex scene in it, because every time I don't care if you're trying to be quiet and just watching a
And
movie
so
or whatever.
someone
and-
could walk in and be like,
Every-
"Are you watching porn?"
yeah, like no, this is a regular movie. I swear, come look at it. Like because those fucking O's are always fucking blasting out of that shit.
but yeah, I think that's like, I think the sound mixing is probably like either during like the dubs or at least in those anime or the, like the English to Japanese or vice versa or whatever. But it always annoyed me when, like, because I didn't speak Japanese until I was much older, And it always bothered me where like I try to watch it. I'm like, I don't want to read the damn movie. I'm missing the action because I'm reading it.
Yeah.
And then when like Cowboy Bebop came out, and I think it was Cartoon Network, was it the I can't remember. Yeah, Toonami. They had the dubbed version because I saw like a few years before that. I saw like a subtitled version, and I just couldn't get into it because I was like, this is fucking boring. But then I saw the dubbed version, and I was like, this is one of the greatest cartoons or the greatest anime I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people who don't speak the language could be so like like super.
Because they just want to be fucking super weebs and show their allegiance, and that's all it is. That's all it is. It's a fucking popularity contest with a bunch of fucking idiots in any fandom. That's what it seems.
That's true. Yeah. God. Yeah, and as far as this movie goes, so like, I don't think it was. Yeah, boing. But like, I think the movie had like, for its time, like it didn't age well. You know, like I'll definitely concede to that it didn't age well. But for its time, you know, I hadn't seen anything like this. You know, back in
it definitely was eager for its time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's why back in the day, like I remember as a kid, I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed it as a kid. But then when everything else like really steps it up with the animation and everything. But even as a kid, though, I found this one kind of boring. Like as we rewatched them, like, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, some shit I didn't remember at all. Not at fucking all with this.
The face eating the dirt.
Well,
yeah.
This was my first time watching it, and I gotta say, I will never be able to forget the fucking talking hand. Because that was
use that as a profile
weird
thing.
and out of nowhere. That was what was the point behind that?
Well, they didn't even explain it. They're just like, oh, by the way, he's got a hand on his face.
Yeah, he's just got a mouth on his hand that he talks to.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool.
Well, it's like that weird floating jellyfish that just exploded on the electric fence. So like, yeah, that's normal. Don't worry about it. I'd be like, hold the fuck up. Did anybody else just see that?
All right, well, if the bugs in that fucking town are that big, then it's understandable. That's no big deal, you know. But still, this guy's got a talking hand, bro. A talking hand that makes these crazy ass fucking Joker faces. It wakes him up after he gets killed, and the hand revives him, punching him in the chest. Wake up!
Yeah, that was the part that they cut out in this version. The hand was supposed to pull the stake out.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what you were saying when you were watching it. Yeah,
because like he gets staked. That's why he dies. Because in that mythology, the vampire, when they get staked, they're just permadeath or like perma-sleeped, and you have to unstake them. And it didn't even show that. So he gets staked. He has the blood geyser. He goes down. He dies. He gets his hand chopped off. The hand eats a bunch of dirt, reattaches itself, and then just knocks on his chest, and he wakes up. And it's like, but what happened to the stake?
And I don't understand, why did it have to eat dirt? That made no fucking sense.
Is that the hand's name? Carknuckle? Is that the name of the Corknuckle? What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Hey.
Okay, yeah, if it makes sense, and if it's in those books, then yeah, the weirdness.
Yeah, jeez. I was probably maybe 11 when this was released. I can remember being like 15, 16, bumming around my buddy's house. This would be playing on the TV as we're waiting for my buddy's dad to pass out and drop his weed all over the floor so we could scoop the weed up and go smoke.
All right, RR says his father put that on him to help him deal with an endless life. So he gave him a talking hand.
Yeah, Dracula's like, my son will be bored.
He gave him a parasite.
Yeah.
So technically, he is Alucard.
Yeah.
What's up,
that's
Kai?
literally.
How you doing, man?
Yeah,
How you
he's
doing,
the son.
Kai?
Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, he's the son of Dracula.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time.
Carknuckle.
Yeah, he was the son of cousin Belky.
Well, there was a painting later on that I thought was Balky. It was like Balky wearing like a Prince of England fucking wig or something.
That was Dracula. Yeah, that was.
They should have given him the fucking ass haircut, like in a fucking what's his name, Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula.
Yeah.
The two buttons.
Yeah, the two ass cheeks on the back of the fucking head. Yeah.
Oh man.
But So yeah, this starts out with the girl and like she's standing there on the road and like her panties are flapping around like
Yeah.
typical anime fashion. You get like the upskirt shots and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
Giggity.
a very I don't know. That's this animation style is like it's weird. It works with certain things and other shit. It's like when you push the sexuality with it, it just feels odd now. Like as a kid, I didn't mind it, but like as an adult, it's like they look way too young. This is creepy.
Well, it was also inconsistent where like in some images it was like, oh, that looks good. And then others it's like, oh my God, her forehead is 12 inches and her jaw doesn't exist. Like what the hell happened? Remember
or when he has the cloak
daughter?
when he has her over his shoulder and then all of a sudden the cloak is covering her and shit like that.
Yeah.
They definitely had a lot of mistakes.
They had that scene where like the daughter of Magnus Lee there gets knocked on her ass and she turns her leg and it's like that's not how anatomy works. Like it looked like her leg was coming out of her vajayjay.
But there's none of that. There's none of that in the second one, right?
It's Madhouse, dude. It's Madhouse. The same people that did what do you call it?
Ninja Scroll.
Ninja Scroll. Yeah. It's fucking sick. Yeah.
So does this company they still around or?
That's a good question. I don't know what happened to them.
To Madhouse?
Yeah. Are they still around? Still producing shit?
Didn't they do the Castlevania stuff, or am I?
I don't
Netflix
think it was
Castlevania shit.
Yeah. Wasn't hold on. Yeah, I could have sworn I heard Madhouse very recently. See what their filmology is.
Wicked City, Perfect Blue, Batman Gotham. Gotham Knight. I think that's what Tommy saw.
Oh, they did Death Note, Paprika, Hunter x Hunter.
Death Note's still going? Is that still going?
Saitama. Yeah, the One Punch Man. Yep.
Yeah, I heard that Death Note was horrible.
The Netflix version was. Oh God. Oh, that's where I've heard Madhouse. They did Free Ren, that new elf thing. The feminist elf anime that they recently came out
RR
with.
says they did do Castlevania.
Oh shit.
Oh, they did? Okay.
What is this? They swapped the color of Dorless and Lamika in the anime. Well, Lamika was the forehead girl, right? With no nose. Was that the forehead girl?
Yeah, Lamika was the daughter of.
Yeah. The Count.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah, that girl. Her skin seemed to be changing color left and right in this movie.
Yeah, it was like brown in one shot.
Black girl.
I think they couldn't figure it out with the like nighttime and daytime shit.
Yeah, because when she's outside in the night, her skin is like pale, like in the pale. Like,
oh no!
Well, like look at Doris.
Sorry, I had to do it.
I know.
Yeah, like
her hair is green, her skin's like purpley.
Yeah.
Well, her and the Foppy guy were the two most annoying characters in the movie. All they did was whine throughout the movie.
Oh, Greco, or
at least the little kid came through. He shot people,
Yeah.
The little Goku-looking kid, the little brother.
Yeah. Krillin with hair.
Yeah, that kid did have like a little bit of Dragon Ball like vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool though. It brought me back, man. I haven't seen this in it was like a good 30 years or so. So
yeah.
Oh, I've been hearing about this shit for 30 years and I never saw it. It's just like Ninja Scroll, hearing about that forever, didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but Ninja Scroll, that was true to the hype. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a benchmark. That like I think Vampire Hunter D, or at least what we saw, the first one, I think it walked so other anime could run.
Right.
Whereas I think Ninja Scroll is in and of itself a benchmark in anime. Like I don't think there's been anything that's even come close to it, in my opinion.
Ninja Scroll?
Yeah.
Did they ever make a sequel of Ninja Scroll?
They made a series and it was awful.
Yeah, everyone said it was bad.
Yeah, I think I remember you were saying that. Well, you know, not always, making
Damn.
a series doesn't always fix things. You know.
No. Well, they had to dumb it down, like make it more like kid friendly, or not so much kid friendly, but like air on TV friendly.
Mm.
Yeah, you can't have like upskirt shots and exploding fucking necks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But this all right. So this was it was 2 years before Castlevania. So this was kind of like an inspiration for Castlevania.
that's definitely
seem so.
Alucard.
Would you say it was an inspiration for Castlevania? Maybe.
I'd probably guess that for sure.
Yeah, you said it had a very video gamey feel, and I 100% agree.
Oh,
When he
especially
went
when he
into-
goes up to the castle. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I was
smacked of Castlevania right there.
all I could hear is
Neek. Oh, never mind.
So, all right. They explain it in the second one, his backstory of his whole hand.
No,
But-
are we saying it's
Yeah,
in
the manga.
one of the novels?
In the manga.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
manga.
So
The
there's-
manga always goes further into all that.
Yeah.
shit.
So there's nothing about him in the second one? No backstory, nothing?
They have a lot of dialogue kind of together. And he actually uses it to better advantage during the movie. There's a couple of times where it gets him out of some big fucking trouble.
His hand gets him out of trouble?
Yeah, because you could see some of the other like magic shit that it does.
That's never worked for me.
Yeah, well, you got to keep your pants on.
Curtis wants to know if you have a channel, Chris.
Oh man, yeah, I'm kind of parasitic to YouTube channels. I'm like Carnuckle.
That's Weeb Nation 2.0 with
Oh, this man. Oh yeah. Oh god, I don't even know what the word misogyny is in Japanese. They probably don't even have a word for it.
I was
because
going to
they're a
say,
base
is there a
culture.
word for it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Chris Fisk.
Well, did you know that the word for the word for women, if you were to write it out in kanji, like I saw the meme and I had to verify it. The word for noisy is a specific kanji. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I messed it up. The word for woman is a specific kanji, and if you ever want to use the word noisy, you just take 3 of those kanji and put it together.
What the hell is kanji?
Kanji is the writing,
Oh,
Yeah.
the stylized
Yeah.
writing that they
gotcha.
Yeah, so you get that weird symbol. You just use the symbol 3 times for noisy. I mean, for woman, and it means noisy.
Ah,
So they're like
sounds
Hey,
about
hey.
right.
based.
Oh, there's a bunch of TikTokers who don't want to hear that shit right now.
Right?
They might cry in their car.
Yeah.
They might shake their heads
Oh, the
again.
Tokeda.
The ultimate vengeance, crying in your car and making a video.
What, do you suppose that they're going to start shaving the hair off their Barbies next?
Right.
Maybe.
No, they're gonna. You know what? It's gonna devolve into. Remember that skit from Jackass where they just ran up behind people with the fucking hair clippers and started buzzing the back of their head?
Oh yeah. Holy
That's
shit.
the world we're
God.
coming to.
Yeah, basically.
It's all performative.
Hmm.
Hmm.
No,
Yeah, I'm
no.
interested.
It's to be taken seriously.
Yeah, well, like you see that one? It was like they said it was like the Netflix or was it the Netflix remake of the chick when in 2016 where she's like no, and like the new one is this black chick in a car. flipping her
Yeah,
away.
the Disney remake. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, all right. I'll give this movie that much. It was better than watching one of those videos. It wasn't as funny, but at least I'm not depressed by fucking society.
Well,
Watching
I
this
think every last one of you are missing the big picture. Piggy Jones right here to bring you the scoop on this one. So basically, we have another film right here that refuses to give us any backstory. I mean, much like Disney films, you want to understand what's going on with these characters. You got to read a book. A book. These no good, lying, evil son of a guns. They're making us read books so we can understand the characters. You can't put up that stuff. Listen to me. I'm Piggy Jones, and that's all I got to say. On
Well,
this one.
we got a bit of a story with the girl,
Yeah.
right? We
Well,
know that
that's-
she's bitten by a vampire and
Mhm.
she has a little brother. We know that.
Well, that's what kind of like I mean, I think that would be my biggest gripe with this movie was that it relied on you on at least knowing the manga. Like if you were watching this for the first, well, you guys were, you know, it's like, what the hell's with Carnuckle, the hand? You know, they don't even give him a name. They're just like, there's a dude face on a hand, you know, and then like
that scene where you first heard his voice because he takes the sword out, and then you start hearing the voice. At first, I was like, "Is his sword talking to him?" And then you guys are like, "No, it's the hand." I was like, "Oh God, okay."
Yeah, and you're like, "What do you mean the hand?" And then when they showed it, it was like, "Ah!" But I wonder if there is a cut that exists out there. I mean, it sounds like I think RR was saying that there's all sorts of budgetary issues that it was a miracle this film was even released. But it makes me wonder if they did a remake, and I'm not usually a fan of remakes, but if they did a remake with a better budget, you know, because it's cheaper when you do it digitally and stuff, if they could tell the story better in some regards, because a lot of the movie, you were just kind of like, oh, you don't pay attention to that. Like just ignore it. It's like, no, dude, there's like weird shit happening and I want to know. So it makes me want to read the manga just to, you know what I mean? To see what I'm missing. But I don't know if it's like read manga in a good way.
Well, didn't you also mention it looked like they're, you know, the way some of the scenes are kind of janky, like they're stuff missing.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like there was a scene where he pulls the with his teeth. He's like, the things I do for, I can't remember what he said. It was like either the things I do for you, D, or whatever. But he ends up pulling the stake out, and that's what gives him the ability, like, for D to wake up. Otherwise, like once the stake's in you, you're done. Like you're permanently like pinned to the ground, essentially, or unconscious.
Well, here he is.
Yeah,
Belial.
He's gonna help your hamburger taste better.
It was like he came over the border.
That's Carnuckle Sanchez.
Hello, I'm going to be selling
burritos.
Burritos and taquitos right after we kill this vampire. Come by our stand, Vampire Hunter D's burritos.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get a T-shirt of that.
I know, that's my new avatar. But yeah, I would be interested. Like I'll try to grab the manga, and see if it's, you know, how much, you know, different it is from the original, from the movie that we just watched. But I think that's a lot of kind of the issues that, you know, that I had, was that it was like they took, like they expected the audience to just go with it. That's like, is nobody going to talk about that weird shit that just happened? Like, we're just going to brush that off? Like,
Well, yeah.
It's in the
Why
distant
talk
future.
about why mention the talking hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, man? You just go with it.
You bigoted against people who talk to their hands, bro?
Right? The fuck, man. This guy, obviously, he's never been on a subway train in New York.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye. Oh shit, he's coming over.
He's anti-Muppet.
Right?
Oh. Man.
Shit. Well, in the sequel, they give you a little bit in the beginning, like they tell you about the world with like the narration with like the scroll kind of thing, about what it is. But basically, in the sequel, it's more like Clint Eastwood, like the man with no name kind of thing. He's almost like a bounty hunter type of. He's taking these jobs and he's hunting these monsters, but like it feels more like that Western vibe at first, and then it gets into like the gothic, over the top, like fucking Castlevania shit. Because they even have like another vampire. That's her story's cool. How she's like cursed to the castle and all that shit.
What's up, Soul Assassin? He wants to know why you're obsessed with the hand, Chris.
Because the hand can stare into your soul. You know?
The hand knows things other people don't.
Well, I mean, it's the first time I'd ever be able to get head and jerk off at the same
time. Take a piss and get your dick bit at the same time.
maybe the hunter was filling his hand up a different way.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's good to know
That's
that
why he eats dirt, because it tastes better than
it's-
she.
it's good to know that if you're a vampire, that you could just fucking your hand could eat dirt and you'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, he said that it was like one of the essence. Like, supposedly, it was to consume one of the 4 basic elements of life or whatever, and that's what recharged him essentially.
Interesting.
But I didn't get that from the show or from the movie. It's probably better explained in the books.
Yeah.
The version
Yes.
we saw, it had just like a quick
Yeah, in the
sentence,
distant
basically.
future where the mutants. Yeah.
It didn't have the narration like Fist of the North Star did. Like, remember the beginning of the Fist of the North? You get the voice talking like this.
Oh, yeah.
Nuclear war. People are assholes. The world's falling to shit.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
happy that they upped the production value of the other movies later on.
Yeah.
Well, they also recycled the fucking 2 voices from Fist of the North.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this one.
Well, that's the other thing is because anime was so niche in the West in the 80s in particular, like we literally had like 5 anime voice actors, and every film you see has like the same 5 anime voice actors in them. You know, it's like Thundercats, and Silverhawks had the exact same voice cast, and there was like 4 people.
They didn't say what year it was, right? I don't remember.
They said it was in the distant future.
Yeah.
2024. Oh, no, not
25.
So, when you saw this as a kid, Vinny, you saw this on VHS.
Yeah, I only remember pieces of it, and gotta say, it does not hold up in my eyes, especially not after I watched the sequel just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, like R was saying too, the sequel absolutely fucking gorgeous. I love the story. I love everything they did in it. The fight sequences. Yeah, some really cool shit in that one. This one, there's a handful of moments that are kind of okay, but for the most part, a handful. A handful.
A face handful.
There's a lot of weird shit in this one that makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. So I don't know. I'm kind of with Tommy. Yeah, did not like this one. Love the sequel. To the point where, like I said, it's one of my favorite animes.
Oh, all right, we'll do that one down the line. I like to give Weeb Nation a little breather, so I'm not.
Gotta pace yourself.
So I'm not fronting as a fucking anime channel,
It's gonna start eating Pocky sticks.
I haven't watched Attack on Titan and Inuyasha or anything like that, so I'm just faking being a weeb here.
I haven't seen
Daywalker.
I haven't even seen fucking Dragon Ball Z, so yeah, I'm just.
Oh shit!
I swear I hated Dragon Ball Z.
I hated the style. Like, if something doesn't appeal to me in design, I got no interest in it whatsoever.
Every time I would go to my fucking friend's house, he would try so hard to get me. And every episode, it was a different episode, but it was the same fucking episode, if you know what I mean. It's 2 motherfuckers standing 50 feet apart from each other, talking shit for 20 minutes.
And then yelling.
They both jump in the air and talk shit to each other again, and then the episode ends. Every episode I've seen of Dragon Ball Z has that same fucking thing.
Yep.
Previously.
On the next.
I had yet to see an episode where they actually fought. They're just talking. It's like wrestling. It's like the Rock and Triple H talking shit to each other for 20 minutes on the mic.
Jeez.
Exactly. That was my issue with Dragon Ball Z. You could watch it every day and nothing will happen. The one day you don't watch it, you come back to it and everything is different.
Yeah. Of
He's
course.
like, killed everyone?
What the hell is going on, right?
Like, oh, they stopped talking?
Oh, he's still charging his Kamea or his spirit ball or whatever.
Don't use those weeb words. We don't know what you mean.
Well, you know that fireball thing where he's like, and it's like previously on on the next Dragon Ball, man.
There was a fucking stupid ass UFC fighter that used to do that.
Oh God.
Oh jeez.
And this dude got fucking power bombed on his head once. It was fucking awesome. So he got this dude in like the guillotine, with the scissors, the leg scissors, and he's holding onto the fence. while he's got the fucking guillotine on the guy because the guy's got him like off the ground, and he ended up like legit like choking the dude out with his legs, but the dude had dropped so hard that he fucking power bombed him right on the back of his fucking head and knocked him out. So it was like a double KO.
Fucking hell.
But it was funny seeing that asshole do the Kamehameha thing that dropped on his head.
Oh shit.
So the weeb deserved it.
Sounds like it.
Oh man.
Yeah, weeb punishment. Yes.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but it is a staple and it is a classic and all that stuff. So points for that. But it was very strange.
Yeah. See, when I was in around junior high and high school, that's when I first got introduced to shit like this. And this was one of the ones everyone had always mentioned. Always. Like I heard this one mentioned way more than I heard Fist of the North Star mentioned. And Fist of the North Star was the one that I was introduced to. That was the very first one I saw.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Well, wait, you were introduced to the movie though, not the series, right?
Not the series, no. No.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie did like a rush job. Yeah, because I didn't see the movie until long after I had seen the series. And when I watched the movie, it was like literally just like a recap of the series, but all like mashed into like one. Like,
how did
really
you get to watch the series?
How did I? I
Videotape?
think the series. I think it was on DVD.
Yeah, I know FYE used to sell them.
Yeah, yeah. It was either
because my cousin he got a couple of them too. Because that's how I saw a handful of episodes. Not all of them, but yeah, because it's way different.
Yeah, I think it was Suncoast Plaza had them for us, and or Suncoast.
Oh yeah, Video. Yeah, Suncoast too. Yeah,
yeah, and they like so like we got the VHS. Like you always wanted to grab the DVDs if you could, but they were rare back in like the late '90s. And the only time that we ever bought VHS over DVDs was the Record of Lodos saga, which was like a giant brick of VHS tapes. Oh damn, dude!
Wow, that's crazy.
Nice, man.
That's gonna take a lot of space.
How many fucking seasons did they have?
Oh my god, I don't know, but the DVD. So when there were multiple DVDs, you knew that there was like a shit ton of episodes. I think it was something like 90 episodes or something on the DVDs collection that we grabbed. Could be wrong.
Though. I ain't never seen no copy anywhere. Like going to like any of the stores and shit. Like wherever they had DVDs and shit. Never came across it.
Damn. Well, it was also Hokuto no Ken, which was the Japanese. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, that was what that game for Genesis was supposed to be.
Yep.
Last Battle. And I guess I guess they lost the rights to use the name Fist of the North Star, so they changed everything up.
And they censored the shit out of it. I got the emulated version. Same thing with a Sega Master System game. There was the original Hokuto no Ken, and then they had Black Belt, which was the same game just with a shittier skin.
See, the Black Belt game I remember was for Sega Master System.
Yep, that's the one. That's also a
Fist of the North Star. Oh shit! I never knew that.
Yeah. I got both of them, and it's the here's the thing: is the Black Belt game plays better, but the Hokuto no Ken looks better. Or the
I remember the music in that game. Yeah, just over and over again. Yep.
Yeah. And then when you punch the guy and he goes, and then it just shows like weird Japanese lettering, and then the boss dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had a Master System. I would play that shit at my friends' houses.
Hell yeah. Man.
But yeah, I guess not much else to really say about this movie. This is like 2 weeks in a row where I'm fine. Well, not 2 weeks in a row because Batman was awesome. I'm saying like Howling 2 was meh. I kind of feel like this was a bit meh for the anime that I'm used to seeing.
Yeah. Well, at least we had Batman. Batman was great.
Yeah, Batman.
Yeah, Mask of the Phantasm was amazing.
But I don't know.
It is a classic.
I would give this one. I'll give it. And I guess I'm being kind of generous. I'll give it a 6. I mean, I didn't hate it. It was still more interesting than Howling 2 or Kill Cruise.
And the pale.
I can't remember my score on the Howling.
It wasn't high. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you gave it points just for the titties. Just for the
Oh wait,
just for the end credits, I think you gave it points.
Yeah, and then it took
17?
away points because of the music. That's right.
But what would you give this, Chris?
Yeah, about I'd say probably maybe I'm being a little more generous, but I'd probably give it about a 7. 7, yeah, around there.
Vinny?
Maybe a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Just because of what it kind of did, like Chris was saying too. If it wasn't for this, we wouldn't have gotten the better stuff that came after. So
yeah, it crawled so everything else could walk. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, because truthfully, like I never want to see this one again. I got no interest. But for what it was, like at least watching with you guys, that's why I think he got more points. But yeah, it's crazy because the other one is one of my favorites. This one doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. It was meh.
Yeah,
it was very meh to me.
Because I could always go back to seeing Fist of the North Star. I love that movie. This one I could go without seeing again because I already been there, done that, and it really didn't even like Fist of the North Star. Like that shit gets me amped. Like seeing the fighting scenes, I'm like, oh shit, every single time. Nothing really in this did that for me. Those weird snake girls, the whatever the sirens that turned into the giant snakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
because when we get to the other one, like you see these other things, these other characters, and these other moments are going to stand out to you in a big fucking way. The fight sequences, yeah, man, he's got some cool ones in there. That's like, yeah, that was great. This thing is like, where are those moments? They weren't there.
Never realized until watching it 30 years later the sword D when he has up was actually Doris's.
Yeah, remember his sword broke when he fought. Was it when he was the big fight there? Snapped the blade off and stuff.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so he got the chick's sword at the end.
Yeah, Curtis was asking if I have a channel and stuff. I said no.
Oh yeah, because Curtis helps a lot of people out posting links.
Yeah, man.
Hell
Curtis
yeah.
rocks.
Awesome.
You're the man, Curtis.
No, I don't do no kind of content. I can't afford all that fancy stuff to do it, and I got nothing. I got nothing to talk about anyway. Nobody wants to hear my bullshit. So.
Bro, what do you think I'm doing this with? I'm doing this with a laptop, bro. You don't really need a huge setup or nothing.
And we all want to hear you. That's why you're here, pal.
Yeah, I invited you here because I can't stand you, bro.
I know. That's the only reason why anybody keeps me around.
Stop that stuff.
Yeah, we need somebody to punch down on.
That's right.
That's what Draven's for.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's not like you're some gay fat guy in Jersey who smokes crack and meth, and he's late on
Not
project.
today.
Not today.
Nah, Brutal, you're the man. Just as long as you're not making videos crying in the back of your car about an election.
At least we think he may be the man. Can we be sure now?
Yeah.
Are you assuming my gender?
That's right.
Oh, wait until tomorrow night on the Rumble side. You're gonna love you're gonna love what I made.
Humble.
Updated that bumper. It's gonna be a classic.
So Brutal. What you got a number 1 to 10?
Well, yeah, I'll give it a good 7 because it is a staple and it is a classic anime. Jumping on point, like it's you got to know this one if you're going to call yourself an anime person, right? So,
I guess, right?
right? So
It's like if you're taking a film class and they give you a fucking list of movies that you have to watch or some shit like that.
right,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this is the origins of the anime stuff. So you got to give it its due. So I'll give it a good 7. It was a little bit confusing for me, but it did bring me back to the old days, reminding me of my younger years, and I enjoyed hanging out with everybody and stuff. So I'll give it a good 7.
All right, I already know Tommy's got his calculator out, just
Yeah.
pressing the fucking the minus button over and over
Yeah.
again.
Measuring it in Kelvin.
So to counteract the I think the overwhelmingly positive score, so I can bring the general score of this one down. I'm going to give it a negative 9.5.
He's giving it 17 thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
He's ripping off people's arms just to give it more thumbs down.
I tell you what, if I didn't get such a massive headache on this one, it wouldn't be scored so low. But this one just, I don't know. I don't know if it's those abrupt cuts or what it was. This thing gave me a massive headache.
Yeah. I don't
So,
blame you.
so Tommy's getting allergic to anime, I think.
Yeah.
Death to weebs.
Not true. He watched an anime by himself without anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
Maybe
but
I'll
you
do
couldn't
that
tell
one
what
down the
it
line
was.
too, because that was another one everyone was sucking the dick of that one, fucking Ghost in the Shell. So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Warning though, there's a lot of slow parts.
yeah. Well, I did see Akira and I liked it, and that had a lot of
Okay.
slow parts.
Cool.
There were some parts in Akira that seemed to go on forever, but
Yeah.
I still liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've watched a few of those animes, and I am a firm believer. If this thing is like making me eye roll within the first 5 minutes, I'm turning it off. So
Mhm.
I've already gone through a list of animes like that one day. I think I had 3 eye rolls in a row that went off on under 10 minutes,
Mhm.
and then I finally found one that was halfway good. But then you guys told me it was based on a video game,
What's that?
the Heavenly Sword.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit was good.
Wait, that one really wasn't that like a 3D CGI film?
Yeah,
It wasn't really anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had Anna Torv in it, man. Damn, the chick from Fringe.
Yeah, the blonde.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Fringe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
the
Fringe is
one
one of my like I ended up getting the production Bible from them. Like, I don't know why, but they somebody on Facebook, I guess it was like their
Wait, what
I don't know,
was this again? I remember hearing the name of it, and I can't even fucking remember what it was.
It was
Fringe.
like a sci-fi
Fringe was a
series.
government.
It was a
yeah,
live action show?
Yep.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
picture the X-Files, but more fucked up. Like
Mhm.
it was like Fringe Science. It had Leonard Nimoy in it, and it had remember Denethor from Lord of the Rings.
I have
He
never
played
ever sat through a Lord of the Rings movie in my life.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'm
There's
the
this
one.
guy in it, John Noble. He's this old British actor, and the dude is amazing as an actor because he's like Robin Williams. He can do comedic and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I loved I didn't like the first season because it was very X-File-ish, but when they started getting into the alternate reality, there was this parallel universe, and it kind of expanded on the story, and it just for me it took off. And then again, it was it peaked up until the very last season where they had to rush to get it because they knew they were going to get canceled. So then they just tried to tie up all their loose ends, and like all series like that, especially ones with J.J. Abrams involved, it fails to deliver on their tying up.
Oh, I know Abrams did that one too.
Yeah.
Bummer.
But yeah, I guess no one really dug this too much. Well, Brutal seemed to enjoy this most of everybody, but
yeah, I mean, I gave it a 7 as well, but it just I don't think we saw the version that I saw, and there were parts that were cut out. There could have been better explanations of things.
Didn't he have more? Wasn't there another scene that was cut with all the monsters, all those weird monsters?
You mean when he was going through the cave and shit?
Yeah, I remember.
It was going through the castle. It was Magnus Lee's failed experiments.
Yeah, I remember,
Yeah,
more of a fight sequence or something.
Oh, those are all supposed to be his experiments. Oh, so
Yeah,
it's
those were
like,
his minions.
kind of like what's his face? The fucking bad guy from Swamp Thing, Arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
yeah, he basically, his little castle moved into town, turned the skies all dark and stuff, made it like permanent dark, like shitty out. And yeah, he was like this royal family that fed off of the
Okay, I
people,
thought those were
human
just
cattle.
random monsters. I didn't know those were his creations.
Yeah, those were people he kidnapped and turned into shit.
Does anyone remember the Swamp Thing movie? The fucking
Yes!
bad guy,
Oh,
Anton Arcane, where he was
Yeah.
started,
Yep.
he started mutating, like he mutated one of his henchmen into this little werewolf thing. It was like a
Yep.
little toddler werewolf or something.
Yep.
Is that
Remember
the
the guy with the
sequel?
big egg head?
Yeah, yeah.
Were those
Yeah,
in
he punches
sequel?
the head and
Was that what?
Was that the sequel or the first one?
The one with where he turns the guy into the little werewolf thing?
Yeah.
That was in the first one.
What? Okay.
yeah, it was a good way to tell if it was a sequel or not was if Heather Locklear was the
Yeah.
the love
Well,
interest.
also
That was
the
sequel.
costume looked better in the second one.
First
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
and
was
he
a
looked
lot
a hell of a
better.
lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first one you can see like the rubber creases in the suit and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't look
Yeah.
terrible, but it didn't look like movie quality.
Right.
Yeah.
But I did like that first Swamp Thing movie. I don't even remember that. I saw the second one once. I don't remember a thing about it.
Right. Yeah, the first one was the dark-haired chick.
Yeah, Adrian Barbeau.
Yeah, Adrian
and her
Barbeau.
big ass
Adrian
titties.
Barbeau.
Dude, she has legendary titties. God
Yep.
damn.
Yeah.
I know how to shake this whole panel up right now. I can have you all against me in a heartbeat. What Japan needs to do is they need to start working on a brand new anime, and they need to bring the Japanese animated version of Young Sheldon to life.
Yeah, well, yeah.
People did.
I'm gonna have to mute you now, Tommy.
Make Young Sheldon anime again. That's right.
Dude, they already did. It was called Detective Conan.
Oh yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
mute Tommy for that one.
Not okay.
Oh my god.
There will be no
Oh.
Sheldon praise on this channel.
Big Bang Anime. Oh, you're here, Sheldon.
I am the anti-Sheldon. I will bring forth the apocalypse.
Will there
Oh,
be
my-
little
Daddy.
chicks running around? Will they be little chicks running around with their underwears bopping out and their titties?
Yes.
All right, well, if the Japanese are gonna do Sheldon, please make it Sheldon versus Godzilla, please, please.
Yeah, but it'd be like 2 seconds long.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll
the
be
only
like-
little girl you're gonna see in their underwear is Sheldon.
Yeah, it would be like the old cartoon they used to have. It was Bambi versus Godzilla, and it was just Bambi sitting there like drinking water, and Godzilla's foot comes and stomps on Bambi, and that was the end of it.
Nice. Holy shit.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm
Oh.
gonna put Weeb Nation back on the shelf because I'm gonna end up next week. Gonna start the Death Wish series. I'm gonna
Nice.
go down the
Sweet.
line 1 through 5 the next
Hell yeah.
2 weeks.
Oh God, I absolutely
yes.
despise those movies.
What?
That's bullshit, Tommy. I know you said you liked the third one.
Yeah,
I know. I was, and people expect it.
yeah. He's got to get the opposition in there.
Gotta give the people what they want.
Right?
Oh,
You got-
contrarian activated.
You got Siskel Ebert over here.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
yeah, man. This was yeah. Despite the movie not being all that great, it was cool doing this. Yeah,
It's gonna be in your dreams tonight.
Chris, you want to throw your link in the chat? Go
Oh,
ahead.
hell yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, let's see if I can get to that quick. Yeah, we're Infinitel Chronicles, my fantasy comic book series. We're trying to get the second book campaign launched. And basically what I'm trying to do is see if there's interest in it because I don't want to sell a product that nobody wants. So I'm holding the signups for it, and I think it's in the chat now. Yeah, there it is. If you sign up for it, when we get to 100 signups, I can launch the campaign or kick it off or whatever the hell it is. And yeah, I'm just about well, I've got the alternate art edition book and the manga edition book completed, but I've hit a bit of a snag with the standard edition, and I'm hoping to get those issues rectified pretty quickly. But yeah, we're hoping to get this campaign kicked off, and all of the perks and everything other than that standard edition have been sitting printed and waiting to be featured since September there when I went to the Granite State Comic Con.
Waiting for weebs like you to make it happen.
Oh, this
Weaves like us.
Hajimemashite. Boku wa Shiru. No, but
Weeb Nation unite. We got to band together. We got to band.
Let's freebase this.
No, yeah, I appreciate you having me on, man. And
Yeah, man.
Like the whole reason why I'm doing these books is because, as much as we consume, media, and I obviously got nostalgia for the old stuff, and we like to critique it and shit. A lot of the modern stuff, like I just don't even want to critique it. I don't care. Like it just clearly it's not for me.
Same here.
So
man.
I'm hoping to return, kind of like share what I found joy in with other people, and see if they, if that same kind of stuff that I liked back in the 90s or 80s or whatever, if other people are kind of, having that missing void as well, where they're like, the modern stuff just ain't doing it for me. Maybe some old, some of the stuff that, has returned to the basics would be more appealing to them. And I'm hoping that's what my series does, because it's, dude, this thing's been in the works since 1991. So, yeah. And thanks again,
time, man.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah,
man.
Holy shit.
Thank you, man.
Gotta be
Vinny.
getting close by now, too, huh, Chris?
Yeah, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's always a blast hanging out and watching these movies and stuff. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, I got a bunch of cool stuff out there. Curtis dropped some links. I dropped some links. You got the Kraken and Through the Woods. They're over on Shadow of the Kraken, Indiegogo. I have the art books and the kid book over on the volume 3, and I got the Fourth Wall as well, which has got all the merch. So. Yeah, you got hoodies, t-shirts, and I think a sticker or something on there. But the t-shirts look beautiful. I haven't gotten the hoodie yet myself, but the quality looks amazing on the other stuff. So, yeah, when I get a little more cash, I think I'll probably end up testing out a sample of the hoodies too. But yeah, awesome stuff over there. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. And yeah, tune in tomorrow over on my channel. We're gonna have some more laughs. We're gonna talk some stuff. I think continue a little bit of the conversation we had on Friday. That was a fun stream, and there's a lot of things I forgot to show. There's a few. I got a better montage of the liberal tears.
Meltdowns.
What's that?
Some meltdowns for everybody to see.
We're gonna debut another.
It's glorious, man. I'm sorry. I know I said I don't want to see it, but it's also funny at the same time. Because
it's a car wreck.
These are the people that wanted you to cater to them. These are the people who thought they were the future. They were smug and arrogant and a complete fucking asshole at every turn for not even the past 4 years. It's been long. It's been like fucking 8 to 10 years of this shit. They all deserve what they get. Yeah. They all deserve the fucking shitty lives they live. Fuck all of them. Yeah. Anyway, that's my TED Talk.
You're right. They're miserable twats, and I think now we could rub it in their face a little bit. Not a fuck ton, but what we do have there, it has been entertaining so far. But most importantly, on the Friday, we talked about a whole bunch of good things and a lot of like what the new administration is going to end up doing. Yeah,
what they're already doing. It's not even like we gotta wait. Like shit's happening already. The wheels are in motion.
We're already getting world peace.
Yeah. Yep.
You got Hamas going. Yeah, we want to end everything. We don't want to fight anymore. All these countries.
But he was gonna cause World War III. Remember that?
They always project.
Remember that hit from back in the day?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it's great too because what we showed on the Friday as well is like his plan to stop censorship and all that kind of crazy stuff. It sounds like if they could get everything going through the proper way and Elon's helping them with it, that means no more shadow banning either. If any company does that, they could get into massive trouble and massive fines. So this is really awesome across the board. So yeah, looking forward to talking about more of that. And then obviously after that, we're gonna cover the last episode of Penguin. We're gonna watch it and then we'll cover it like the following Friday, whatever. But yeah, good times, good fun, awesome people. You guys rock.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming through, brother.
Always, man.
And Brutal. Thank you for coming through, man.
Oh, hey, thanks for the invite. It's always good time. It's always good time to sit down and just goob out. That's my favorite part, man. I'm not trying to be the king of YouTube. I'm not trying to fucking.
That's what
change-
someone trying to be the king of YouTube
Yeah.
would say.
Right?
Well,
You're trying to
Not yet.
dominate the world with that foot.
all right. Anybody who wants to be the biggest king of YouTube, start sending me all the cool equipment I need to fucking be the king of YouTube, and I'll start being it. All right.
we're gonna get Brutal enough money so he could have a money bin next to his house that he can go
That's right.
diving in.
Yeah,
Get the
we're
Scrooge
gonna dive in
McDuck
there.
tank.
Scrooge McDuck my way across. You know.
He's gonna be
Nice.
skiing on gold coins
That's
downhill.
right.
This is a what is it? This is not a viscous fluid. It is a solid state metal. Oh, my neck.
no. Oh, I'm broken. I'm broken. No, I just like sitting down and goobing out and relaxing and escaping the shit sandwich that I got everywhere else, man. Like,
Same here, dude.
yeah, you know, like the other a couple of weeks ago, I went upstairs. I was sitting on the computer. I don't know if I was playing my game or watching the stream with you guys or what I was doing. Anyway, my spidey sense tingled in the back of my head to go upstairs. I go upstairs and my niece, 4-year-old niece, 5-year-old niece, is wrapping saran wrap around her face while she's standing 2 feet away from her mother, who's running in the vacuum on the floor mopping thing
Holy
on the
shit.
kitchen floor. Okay. I says, I can't do anything but pay attention to this kid. I can't relax on a YouTube. I can't stream and make videos for 17 hours like ETEP does, fucking editing shit. You know, I says, I can't do, I got to protect this kid with my life, dude. Like, I go up there, the oven is on, the fucking, the thing is like, I got struggles, man. I got
Yep.
struggles that aren't even mine. So anybody who wants me to be the king of YouTube, send like 15 Guatemalan girls over to take care of all the shit I got to do all day, and like a yard crew, and 7 or 8 maids and childcare people, and then I could sit down and bug out and do YouTube shit all day.
I think that could happen. There's like 30 million of them here. Never
All
mind.
right, well,
Not
send
for
a few
very
my
long.
way. 'Cause
Not
Not
for
for
very
sure.
long.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, Brutal. Thanks, man.
no, thanks for
yeah,
the
man.
invite. It's always nice to sit down and just goob out. That's my favorite part.
Well,
of all.
also it's part of this too. This is why I do nothing but old shit on my channel. This
Yep.
is why I talk about nothing but old shit on my channel.
Yeah,
I
man.
have zero interest to cater to any Gen Z garbage. No, I don't care. I don't care.
Exactly.
I do this for me, not for a bunch of fucking people
Sure.
who don't give a fuck whether I live or die.
And you know what else is good too about all this stuff? I mean, it's been helping me with my creative process again too, because it's like I'm remembering the stuff that I enjoyed, when I was starting to create in a bigger way and learning shit and yeah. So yeah, a lot of good memories and a lot of good thoughts and shit. So, but yeah, it's again, it all adds to what we're trying to do. At least me and Chris, and I know Tommy, he's got the guinea pig book coming too. But yeah, man, it's about the creative stuff. It's about the fun shit.
And Tommy,
What did I do wrong now?
as long as you don't say the S name, don't say that evil being's name.
Leonard Howard. What?
Oh God.
Nah, man, thanks for hanging out, man. Always love
Yeah.
chilling with you.
Yeah, I love hanging out with you guys. I didn't appreciate the headache on this one, but it was still fun to be able to chat with you guys. They're not all going to be winners for me, and it's not that I'm a complete hater. I just didn't like this one. I just did not like this at all. It is what it is. I can't explain it, but thanks to everybody who did hang out with us. Everybody's going to watch on the replay. Like I say, you can spend your time anywhere, but you chose to spend it here. Thank you very much. I hope that you all have a good one. Vinny Art will be on the hot seat on Tuesday for Cage Talks as we're finally returning with that. And then, of course, we're getting ready for the next toy stream. Seen a few weird things when I was out today, out and about. Nothing like fantastic, but a few oddball things, and I have something to tell Vinny after the stream ends. So
okay,
something he may enjoy. But guys, thank you for being here, and be well.
Yeah, man. R.
Weeb Conda forever.
Curtis. Yeah, Weeb Nation's going on the shelf for a bit for the Death Wish series. And maybe when I come back with Weeb Nation, we'll do part 2 of this. But
Nice.
I'm gonna wave goodbye now. Later, everybody.
Suddenly want some hamburger helper.